I have been struggling a bit. Struggling with accepting to be me, to to be me, to be how I am. Have been struggling again and again. It's a pattern that repeats itself, is reoccurring. And sometimes it's really, really demanding, really exhausting to feel like this, because I feel pretty intensely, I feel deeply, and it can be nice when it's a nice feeling, or a pleasant feeling, like falling in love, or loving someone, or enjoying the forest like I do. And then I can also really feel that intensely. But it can also be pain, of course, and it can be sorrow, and can be sadness and depression and all of that. And of course every human experiences that, but maybe not in the same degree of intensity. I'm a very sensible being, and it's many times pretty challenging to accept that, and to stand up to that and just go my way, when the whole world, it feels like, is so different, and it seems, or it feels to me, so rough and so hard, and everyone is against each other. And I tried that. I tried to just push my way forward and neglect my feelings and my way of being, and it didn't work. And although I'm facing this for quite some time now, or of course, like, it's growing up, it's becoming an adult and being responsible, it's rough sometimes. It's tricky to grow up. The years pass by, and I find myself in the same place again and again. A place that I have tried to escape from several times. But what I'm actually trying to escape from is the realization that this place lies primarily within myself. I knew this phenomenon of people running away from themselves. They run away from the real problems that are holding them back. It's easy to recognize in others once you start looking for it. The flaws in one's personality that are so painfully obvious to everyone else except the person who is inheriting them. It is challenging to look at oneself and recognize these flaws in one's own being, and even more so to actually change. So in my efforts in dealing with my demons, I have gone away again and again, done this and that, traveled, seen different countries and places, met new people. And yet I always find myself back here, within these same walls that often feel like prison to me. But when I ask myself why my life is like this, why I am like this, I realize that it was me who made me come back. No one forced me to. It was my fear and my great longing for comfort, familiarity, and safety that brought me back. I clearly sense that this is no longer my place, that I long for something other than what is here. But I'm also beginning to realize that it is not sufficient to simply walk away, to continue to be the same person I was, and to repeat the same self-destructive behavior every day. It takes something else. It takes stillness. And only stillness can fix this. Closing my eyes and looking within. Allowing the feelings to run their course and letting them go. Although that is much easier said than done. To actually sit down and surrender to the discomfort when all I want to do is distract myself, to run away, to scream, to not exist at all. Yes, on many days I still find myself not wanting to exist. A thought that brings me great sadness. Then all I can do is hold myself, cry my tears and ask, why am I like this? Because I remember many moments when I felt so happy and so fulfilled. Some days my emotions are so strong and my physical reaction to these feelings so intense that I am uncertain whether I can take it or if I may break apart. Yet so far, I can still handle it. But I'm tired of being like this. Tired of this version of myself. I am ready for an upgrade. Life doesn't change in a day, and yet it does. 'Cause it is a slow, continuous effort and attention in everyday living that makes the change. Small decisions every day. Do I play a game or do I write? Do I go outside or just stay inside and watch videos? Do I allow my own mindlessness to control me and slowly destroy my life, or do I take charge of it? I'm on the way to accepting this responsibility, though it is often still very exhausting. I know my passion for music, for writing, for creative expression. I know what I could and should do to feel good, and yet it often just takes so much strength to actually do it. I spent a good part of my life just surviving, and in that time I adopted harmful behaviors. They helped me cope with all the pain I felt and they allow me to exist today. But now, I do not need them anymore. They are baggage that I'm willing to let go of. I long to live a fuller, more vibrant life, and my intuition tells me that the more I give myself to this path of practiced spirituality, and the more I align myself with the call of my soul, the easier it will be for me to actually live it. But with increasing maturity, I understand that transformation and evolution take their time. I am aware of my potential, but I'm also beginning to understand that potential alone is not enough. It is time to take action and shape my life by making better choices. see the world around me and realize how blessed I am to be alive. That is why I feel at home in nature, why I go to the forest, to talk to the spirits, to look for fairies, to listen to the breath of the world and embrace the magic that permeates all things and connects everything. To feel how I am part of it all and that everything is perfect, just as it is. What keeps me going is the realization that the human experience is a story we invented and reinvent every day, and that these stories have their value but should never become a prison. I am rewriting my story to be one of awareness, gentleness, creativity, liberation, love and truth. So I surrender to the wisdom of life and trust that I am enough, that it's okay the way I am, and that I will blossom, albeit slowly. Every great tree began as a small sapling, and it took a whole lifetime for it to grow into this form, with all the scars in its bark, with all the precious details that only adorn this one tree. And I, too, am growing just like a tree.